In 6 hours time, we will be in the City of Love. The team here down at Sparkbase are going to Paris for NFT Paris and the Web3 football event. So we're about to get the flight in literally about an hour. That's a lie, in 4 hours. Bye, have a lovely time. Right, boom, lift's here. We're off to the airport now. Later on in this video as well, I've passed a $400,000 challenge. Well, two $200,000 challenges in just the one trade, so stay tuned. Boom, we're in a really quick GU long on my personal account on the way there, just to show it's personal. There you go. Okay, so yeah, the actual position looks like so. I got a really precise entry on the lower time frames there, targeting Asian high, coming out of an hourly order block, POI, after obviously all of that buying pressure from down there. So yeah, that's the trade today. We'll see how it does. We are off on our adventures. We are now arriving. We're going into the airport right this minute. That's what we're bloody doing, isn't it? And we're going to Paris. The flight's gonna be horrid. It's just raining so viciously. No, Mr. Suitcase. Oh, I love being outside. Oh, how bizarre. Oh, it's Jordas. So as you can see, we've made it to the airport. Geordie's given me my Web3FC hoodie. He's the reason that we're all coming out today. So the trade is up to 3 and a bit grand now. Again, on the personal account, don't know if you can see that. Taking a bit of partials as well. So yeah, good. This is on my personal account. This is the funded challenge that we'll be talking about later, which did $32,000 profit to pass. This is the trade today, again, targeting this Asian high here. If TradingView wants to update. Obviously we entered all the way down here. Again, if TradingView wants to update, that'd be class. Is it updated? Oh, maybe we just had a drawback. We're targeting Asian high, which it looks like, well, actually no, we're not. We're targeting slightly above Asian high, so 400 is 26400 is what we're aiming for. Prices reacted really nicely off the hourly order block here, and it looks like we're going to be hitting full TP, which is happy days. I think it should be about 6 grand in total made on our journeys to the airport. Trading's a money glitch. They decided to finally open our check-in, and the first thing we thought we'd do was buy some alcohol.
I think I might.
Oh, I'll get a Belvedere actually.
What's the difference?
£4 cheaper.
Oh, Belva Schmidt.
Sam's trying to flirt with me by buying me a Guinness and get me loosed up. Awful split of the G. And not too long after that lovely Guinness, we were ready to get on the plane. We seem to be boarding that thing. Pretty safe. Pretty safe time on that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh yeah, really big plane.
Not gonna lie, this plane looks so dodgy from the outside. This is really upsetting.
Hello. The 6'5" monster that's next to me. That looks well comfy, mate.
Woohoo. So it's a 45-minute plane journey, and I think 5 minutes on the flight, I'd fallen asleep. I just didn't even realise we were in the air. I can't lie, the French weather is just as bad as Blackpool. So we almost got conned instantly arriving at Paris. There was just a guy standing in front of the taxi rank, but we for some reason followed him all the way to his car, which didn't have any sort of like taxi services on it or taxi equipment that you think a taxi man would have. So I think we come to the realization that this is not really who we should be getting into a car with.
In we go. Oh, we'll get the next one, eh?
Right, so we're in our second day of being in Paris now. Yesterday was really good. Obviously we had the trade, which ended up making around, I think it's 5 or 6 grand. So good trade on the personal. And yeah, today we're going to the Eiffel Tower. We're playing some football. Stay tuned. This video is gonna be so long.
Being bougie with my crepe friends.
Boom. So we just had some lovely crepes. We had a bit of a weird one. It was eggs and sausage in a pancake. So that was done. And now we're headed to a football pitch next to the Eiffel Tower to play some football. So stay tuned. And we were on our way to the football pitch right next to the Eiffel Tower. So you'll be able to see in a second. It was insane. Coolest place you could have a pitch. But unfortunately, not everything went to plan.
Let's go. Oh, he's a joke. He's launched it. Oh, and he's on the floor. Oh, he's died.
And this was the beginning of the end. We started a 6-a-side little match, got it all ready, and then it all went to shit. So we just finished our football match, and the reason my top's off is because this is literally
that's not it. Yeah.
wet. It started raining violently outside. So yeah, football got called off early. So yeah, happy days, just really rainy. We gave up on playing any more football, and it's now time to go back to the apartment.
Like, Paris is well nice.
So basically, we went to this football pitch because the Web3 boys really wanted to get some shots and camera footage outside of the Eiffel Tower. And we got there, and the heavens opened, and we got drowned in piss. It's so wet. Like, there's puddles like forming in the Astro when we were running. It was like floodgated. Is that a word?
It can be.
I've made it a word. Done that. All of our merchandise, our limited edition Web3 stuff, is soaking wet, and I'm wet. Dicko's wet in 2 ways.
No comment.
That's been today so far. What are we doing later?
Red wine.
Sam's got this obsession with red wine, so there's potential for that. So we did indeed go for our red wine. Sam lured me into a restaurant with steak fries and that big bottle of red, and it was a very nice time. Boom, so we're all hungover. It's day 3. We've actually got the event today. So this is the Web3 Paris event. So my friend's company, there's actually multiple owners or partners or founders, I think. Geordie, Andrew and Josh, who are also staying here as well. They are all running it. So we're just tagging along for the ride. They've already gone actually. We're just late and tired and Sam's looking cute.
Surprise, surprise.
So before we leave, I'm going to give you a very quick room tour of our very tidy apartment that we're staying in. Now, here's what it looked like when we first came here. And this is how it looks now. So we've still got the vodkas. They're still roaming around. We haven't just yet drunk them all. We were playing beer pong here the other day. We seem like such degenerates. It's not far off in a minute. Then you've got obviously the lovely Parisian streets outside. Earlier, we walked in and there was just a car parked, crashed into another car. What the fuck is that about? Then you've got the hallway. You've got a bathroom. So when we got drenched, all of our clothes have been going on radiators and stuff. Geordie's room's actually very tidy. So fair play to Geordie. Mine and Sam's, not quite the same. Not quite as tidy.
That's disgusting.
JT's just left an absolute hooner in there. So we're going to leave that. And you've got Dicko's and Yigs. Also, Andrew and Josh are in this one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not bad. Not bad little space. For what's needed. Yeah, that's where we're staying, and now we're off to the event. You know who you are. That's you there. You know, why did you not pan to Dicko there? That's fucked me up.
Fucking rude, mate.
So we're about $900 away from passing it, but it's very hard to manage when we're roaming around the streets of Paris. So this is fun. I also don't think it's updating properly.
True.
So I've only taken this trade on one of the 200k accounts because I forgot to do it on the other one. But we're 8.7k up, 1.2k away from getting the funded account. Also taking the trade on my personal account, which is up almost 3k. So almost 3k made today with actual straight cash, and almost another 200k funded. Good days. Just like that, another 200k funded. Forgot to take the trade on the other account, which is peak. About 3.2k up on the personal account, straight cash. I can show it's a personal account. I see markets jobby. Fucking brilliant day so far. The trading in Paris has been unreal. I might just live here because it's so good. I think I've taken 2 or 3 trades and they've all won.
Literally.
Well, since we started flying out. Unreal. And now we're gonna go play football. That's what we're gonna do. So it's not the most ideal situation to be trading before this event or around the event, but we had a very good setup, so it meant that I could pass the challenge but I will talk further about this in the next video, in a little bit of a part 2, so stay tuned.
My thighs. We've arrived at the venue. We are the men that play football. Let's go.
I think I'm doing Sean.
I'm reffing. I'm a referee now. Upper decade and now I'm refereeing. I've been dragged into it. Do you guys need a ref? You're gonna have some authority show. You guys ready to get started?
You are a ref, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, boys,
So we're refereeing our second game now. We're ready to go. Go for it. I've not really made any decisions yet. I'm just kind of like here. Oh, it's a finish early doors. Let's go. Oh, lovely. There's some new rules that are in this game and not in the last one, which I wasn't aware of. My authority's gone. Bye, guys.
So after my incredible Mike Dean-like performance, I decided to kick the ball about with my friend Reva, who I met whilst we were down here.
Playing a game, I think. I think we've been called up.
Finally, we got called up for a little game. In this game, I for some reason was in goal a lot of the time. I feel like it's the skill, the lack of skill, which hurts quite a lot. But yeah, we lost.
So we were playing a little game, me and Sam, and I've hurt myself. I'm injured. No, my knees hurt. Now I can't play anymore. So it's the final now. You've got Uniquely against, I don't know, they're gonna crepes. Oh, got Uniquely against this team here. If I could bet on this, I'd generally put the house, all of my belongings on Uniquely. Everything I own, my shoes, my clothes, my car, everything. All of my funded accounts, all on Uniquely. That's how confident I am. We're done now. Time to get drunk again. I'm not a degenerate. Don't think that it is. I am. It's just a holiday. So just to show, this is like my only accounts with DAI funded, whatever they're called, DAI funded. Australian prop firm. The reason that I went for them is a lot of my traders at Woke are kind of talking about them because they've got a really good deal on at the moment, which is basically it's buy one half price and get the other one free. So thought might as well go for a 200k here. It cost me about 450 quid, something like that. And getting 200k accounts. So it's a really good deal. Obviously the prop firm space is in a bit of a weird kind of area at the minute with meta quotes and all these different licensing kind of going in and out and kind of whatever it is, terminating their contracts with certain prop firms. So I've obviously given these guys a go. I'll be honest, their conditions aren't the best in the entire world, but they're not awful, especially for how cheap they are. Just so you can see here, so this is obviously 2 first phases. Obviously no withdrawals yet. I'm trying to see what else you can see. Yeah, that's what you kind of really need to see. Oh, that's the challenges. We'll go on the performance. Let's have a look if it wants to show. Here we go. So you've obviously got first phase, 0 drawdown. There obviously was a very small bit of drawdown as soon as you enter a position due to spread, you're in drawdown. So that must not be on kind of like open positions. So yeah, my target was $16,000. As you can see, this account's on 16,110. This account's on 16,140. Obviously talked through the positions already, or if not, they're coming up in a second. But yeah, this is literally just to show these are my only challenges with this prop firm. It's basically just testing them out and seeing if they do pay out and they do give refunds and they do like actually operate as a proper prop firm, so that I can suggest them to my community and to you guys as well. But yeah, that's the accounts. If you want to see their actual analysis, let's go on to here. As you can see, to the trade here, and then yeah, pretty much just straight up from there. One trade. Worst trade was obviously they were in separate positions because I scaled in. Yeah, these are the positions. Commissions 120, not that bad, I guess. Spreads weren't great, I can't lie. But yeah, that's just one of the accounts. Then you've got the other one, which is this one here, and much the same. Okay, yeah. So they're literally the positions there. If you've got any specific questions about them, just drop them in the comments. I don't know yet if they pay out or whatever. I'd imagine they do. They seem like a pretty big firm. They're working with good creators like Trading Pool, I think's with them, and a few others that I've seen. So I don't doubt they probably do pay out. For me, once these are funded, it's literally just going to be a case of 1% each month. And that's the kind of plan that you should have for funded accounts, because at the end of the day, it's free money. And you might as well, I say free, obviously it's taken a long time to get to that stage, but it's just literally slow gains once you are funded. My approach on challenges is completely different to my approach on funded accounts. Just want to make that super clear. Okay, hope that breaks down everything for you guys on die funded. Okay, so I've just finished a gym session and now I'm going to break down this trade for all of you. So obviously those of you in Woke will know I've been fairly bearish on GU following the weekly change of character and retest of this area. So it's obviously in the premium, so you're expecting a continuation down to the downside. Now if we go on the daily, we had this consolidating range which is really grim to trade. We broke the lows and we've retested this area here, and it looks like we're rejecting off of it. So as you saw in my market forecast on Sunday, I was very much, again, bearish as price kind of finished with this weak doji candle, in my opinion. So what I was doing was basically looking on the hourly, thinking, okay, so we're in an inverted fair value gap. Equally on the 4 hourly, we're in an order block. So our bias is sells. Now, what was I waiting for? I wanted Asian high to be swept, which is exactly what we got. We came into not necessarily a key POI, mainly just, like I said, this area here. But once we saw that, we then saw this nice change of character with a lot of selling pressure, which is what gave me the confidence to basically take a position. So once I saw that, I was waiting for price to basically mitigate this area here. Now, for some reason, I didn't take it right off that. I kind of actually waited for price to show some more selling pressure, which is basically when we started seeing this change character back on the downside here on the 1 minute. So I was very interested when that happened. So I think I got in on these kind of retests here, around here. I scaled in a few positions, mainly due to the fact that I was in a challenge. So I knew that I had to risk a relatively good amount for it to pass. Now, I wasn't actually targeting the Asian low as I normally would, mainly because if we were taking out the highs and I knew that today was going to put in some selling pressure, I was actually hoping to target these kind of areas, at least fill this fair value gap here. So my overall target was actually here. Now I risked about 1.5%, so my risk might have been slightly down. It's about 5 pips, it's about 17 lots on two 200k accounts. I'll show the screenshots here. But yeah, basically that's what I waited for execution. And then after I caught that, the actual positions, I scaled in, I think around here. So we got a really nice couple entries. I don't know why I didn't just take the full position initially. So that was a bit weird on my end. But yeah, basically we got loads of, 70 lots on each account. And it meant that I could target this fair value gap. And once it did, it meant that I had passed both challenges. So I closed the positions there. Now, obviously, when you're looking at higher time frames, you're expecting price for me to break these lows. So you could have easily targeted that low. Equally, daily's obviously still bearish as well. So I don't use trend lines at all, don't get me wrong. But if you look on the 4 hourly, you can see these kind of rejections coming from here. So you got a rejection there, then another rejection there, which makes perfect sense to me coming out of this order block. So yeah, that was kind of my bias for today. And that's why I took the position that I did. Fairly simple, classic kind of setup for me during the London session. So yeah, that was ultimately it. And it came into coming into the Open of New York. And normally if it's on a personal or funded, I would maybe take partials here, but as I was in a challenge, and for me, challenges are a bit more kind of loose is the word maybe I would describe it on, more aggressive on the challenge phase rather than risking actual capital on my funded or personal. It is bank holiday as well today, so I kind of, in the US at least, so I didn't really want to risk too much of my personal capital. I'd rather actually gain more at this stage. So yeah, passed both of these 200Ks, which is 400K in funding, with this die funded, whatever it's called. So that meant that basically I'm in the phase 2 of those two positions, $32,000 profit because it was an 8% target, so 16K on each account, which is good. But yeah, that's basically the position broken down. For those of you from Woke will know exactly why I've taken the position. It's literally a standard setup, more clear from the 5. But yeah, literally my standard setup. And again, what I forecasted in the Sunday analysis. So those kind of videos are very crucial to watch if you're a new trader, if you have a bit of experience and you want to understand my bias on the week or my bias coming up on the next few days. To me, that was a fairly cliche kind of setup. And yeah, I hope that makes sense to some of you more experienced traders or even the newer traders as well that understand these kind of concepts. So yeah, that was literally it. There's not really too much else to go through. That was the position. Right, so that is the end of the Web3 Paris event. I'm very tired, on little sleep, very hungover as well. But we're going out for more drinks. So that is the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed. There'll be a part 2-ish where I pass the second phase of that 200k account and make a bit more money in my personal. And we're going to see Kanye West. So yeah, fucking next video, watch it. Make sure to subscribe.